your place for radiant wellness and soul-forward living. Join your host, Jess Juntunen, quantum healer, intuitive, and midwife to the awakening spirit, as we dive into quantum tools, wisdom teachings, and integrated healing pathways for transformation. You can live a life of freedom to be without limitation. Cozy up, grab your tea, and enjoy this hour of expansion, wisdom, and love. Hello and welcome to Soul Fusion Cafe. I am your host, Jess Juntunen, and it is fantastic to be here with you on another Tuesday, noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. And hey, welcome back. Last week I was on a family vacation, and if you were here, bless your heart, and thank you for being here today, because it has been an amazing past month, summer, year, and it just feels like it's getting better and better. And if you don't necessarily feel like, well, Jess, it hasn't always been the best, it's been a little rough, you're not alone either. But the moment of rebirth is here, and it is upon us, and it's an incredible moment to really say, yes, it's your time. The title of this episode is It Is Your Time, because it is. It really is. If you have been on this path of conscious development, upliftment, working on your own soul's journey and growth, you know that it has been a massive undertaking, that you have worked, that you have said yes again and again. Maybe you feel like you fell off or fell away and came back, or you're coming back, and it's such a dance. And just know it really is your time. Things get to really come into place. Manifestation is happening like faster than ever. And it really is a time of rebirth. September is ushering in this energy of rebirth. And I, for one, am extremely excited about it. And, as I share about September's energies, it's August 31st today. If you're catching this live, or if you're catching the recording, maybe you're already in September. So here we are in the breath before September, gathering together. This is a beautiful spot for community. Say hello in the chat if you're here live. If you would like to call in today and receive a mini soul reading, or have a question or a sharing or something like that, 517-208-1500, 517-208-1500. Call that number, and you can get online and ask for a reading with me, or ask a question about what's being shared, or simply share the gift of you and your miracle presence and what's happening in your world, what is ready to birth in your world. Would absolutely love to hear that and learn a little bit more about you, because when one of us shares, there is always something in it for all of us. So bless you. If you feel called to call in, please do. It's always an honor and a pleasure to have you here. And if anything is resonating regarding the September energies and what I share, I really do tap into my own inner guidance system, and I'm so also aligned with the wisdom that is shared through Master Lady Kira Ra and wisdom teacher Sri Ramka. And if you don't know who they are, find out. Please go to SriAndKira.com, go to their official Sri and Kira YouTube channel, go to that YouTube channel and watch the September revelations, because anything I might share here is just a snippet of what they shared in that presentation just this past Sunday about what's coming in September, what to kind of expect around these big dates and energies and times, and the ascended numerology and all that is coming forward, because September is a big moment, and it is one that we have been building to in many ways. It is a kind of a sealing of this gate that we opened In March, it's the Rainbow Bridge. It is the equinox coming in where we have the balance of the light and the dark. And also as a, naturopath, a student of naturopathy and really being in tune with seasons and cycles. And I just love equinoxes, right? Because it is that balance. It doesn't matter if you're in the northern or southern hemisphere. For us all, we enter this point of day and night are an equal length, and it's a really like just cosmic time of convergence, of balance, of harmony. And September really is about that harmony. And you think about the Libra, right, and the scales and that energy that comes in at the equinox, right? It is the balance. And really you're going to notice things that are not so in balance, so what's calling out to you? What is got your attention? What is asking you to pay attention to it? Because we're in this moment of rebirth. If you can think back to December 31st, 2020, and on that verge, right? January 1st, 2021 coming in. And just for a moment, it's, just take this moment and this breath to really feel into where was I? What was I doing? Where was I at? And what are some of the visions I was playing with? What were the seeds that I was planting? And September, right, being 9 months after the start of the year, is also the same amount of time that a human takes to form in utero and be born. So it's I love all of the layers and all of those ways that they converge and the cycles and this rebirthing energy. I mean, really, and then think about March, the March equinox, and where you were at. If you were part of the WWA Global Gathering, the Women Wellness Awakenings Gathering and virtual summit, if you were there in person or joined virtually, it was absolutely incredible. And something happened and opened there that even though I was present and a part of all of that, and there, like, I knew something, it's still so beyond our mind what's happening, because so much has been in motion since then that I knew I said yes to, and things I knew I was planning, but like really pay attention, because there were things that your soul was doing and preparing you for, and things happening behind the scenes that you, the human you and your mind, may not have been 100% aware of, likely. And so really pay attention, like what's blossoming in my world right now. What is it that you are seeing coming forward? And if you're not so clear on your vision and what you see as possible for you, it's the perfect moment to do that. It's the perfect moment to really sit down. If you have time while this show is happening or after the show, to sit down and just really just give yourself 5 minutes, even pen and paper or a cup of tea, and think about it, and just really be with what is the vision that I've been carrying for myself, and what is the greater vision, like the bigger picture, like expand it out even further. Like, who is touched by this? What is happening in your world and the world? Because as you claim your own mastery presence, as you say, this is what I'm creating, this is what I see as possible for me in my life, you are in service. You are helping the rest of humanity by living out your dream and your vision, and by birthing that which is ready to emerge through you. You are in service. And if you see a bigger picture for what you believe is possible for humanity, the new earth, it's here, it's happening. And your steadfast commitment, focused awareness, and complete trust, that framework of support, is what is guiding and bringing you into this new this new chapter, really, that we're all in. We're building it, and it is possible. And we have gone further than we have ever gone before in this whole experience of density and having form and dancing in form. We have gone further than ever before. We've blown it up before, and certainly there have been many that are like, let's blow it up again, right? And it can be easy to go into fear. It can be easy for doubt to come in, because they are what is in currency right now in density and on the planet. That's what's just eating and happy and, just loving its gluttonous self, fear and doubt. And it's really, really easy to have that come in and erode. Just notice where your energy is. Notice where your focus is. Notice how you're feeling throughout the day. Check in often. Bring your hand to your heart. Connect. Really give yourself that opportunity to be with your heart and your soul. And say, what is it that I'm really aligned with? What really supports me? What really brings me joy? What really helps me focus and be in the present moment? What's my environment like? Do I need to watch that show? Do I need to, go to a certain event or outing or gathering? Some of these things might feed us. Some of these things might be in misalignment. And the key is to be nakedly authentic with yourself, like Kira Ra would say, right? Be honest with yourself about where your energy's been. And we don't have to know what to do about it if we feel like we fell off the wagon. We feel like we went back a few steps. It's like release the judgment, key step in self-ascension, right? To release all the judgment and to start where you are now. Archangel Zadkiel says the past is the past, right? Let it go. Let go what was happening up until this moment. Let go whatever misstep or mishap or misalignment maybe you felt you got into. And just be in this present moment and notice what's calling my attention now. And anywhere you notice oh, okay, maybe I'm being completely honest with myself and I'm seeing some things that are, uncomfortable to look at. That's why a lot of people don't want to do it, because it's a little uncomfortable. But it's only uncomfortable to the ego. It's only uncomfortable to the personality that would say, oh, you're not perfect anyways, or, and give you all the stories. You all have your favorite flavor of story and what the personality ego wants to have to say about it. And, that's the moment to smile and say, oh, thank you, and to really gaze with that loving compassion as you gaze with that naked authenticity, with that naked look at yourself without hiding anything, right? And pay attention to where is my focus? Where am I putting my energy? What is in my highest alignment right now? Is what I'm doing in my highest alignment right now? And if it's not, then celebrate the awareness. And if you choose to do it anyways, celebrate that. And as Zadkiel would say, if you're going to choose and be with your choice, right? Be with your choice. And own that, because there's a gift in every experience. There's no wrong. There is no wrong. And I know if you're like me and you're on a path of self-ascension, conscious awareness, growth, discovering your true nature and bringing that more fully into form so you can live in greater peace, love, and joy, it's the moment where we can really start holding ourselves responsible. Like only we are going to get ourselves out of any sticky mess we might have chosen to put ourselves in. Nobody's coming to rescue us. It's like the Monday Magic last night and, listening to Sunday with Shri and Kira. And if you're not in Monday Magic, please join us. You can go and just watch the videos for free over on YouTube at Official Street and Kira, or you can join us for the journey and get the PDFs through your donation. But either way, you're joining the journey and being with these beautiful messages. But right, there is so much like coming together, like all of these pieces. And if you've been studying and growing and learning along this path of self-ascension and been on this mastery journey this year with navigating the inner matrix and all the other offerings, it's absolutely incredible. And if you haven't been with navigating the inner matrix or don't know what that is, please check it out. Email me, Jess at selfascensionstudios.com. You can head over to my website and you can fill out the contact form and ask me a question about navigating the inner matrix. You can go to shreetandkira.com and learn about it. This program is the very first program that I took under my teachers, Shreet and Kira, many, many moons ago, almost 10 years ago, when I discovered them and read Sacred Union and just started to watch some of their teachings and shows. And right around the time when I started to follow along, navigating the inner matrix was being offered with a coach. And I was encouraged to do this by Patty Markham Peterson, another host over here at Oneness Talk Radio, who was the healer I had come to for my own journey and growth and healing. And something in me just said, I don't even know what all this is, but I know in my heart it's resonating. Navigating the inner matrix, instead of looking outside for the answers, which we are all conditioned to do from birth. We're all conditioned to go looking outside of ourselves for someone to rescue us, save us, give us the answers, tell us what to do. And navigating the inner matrix is a program, a journey. It's hard to even put into words, but it's like part alchemical transformation, mystical, part super practical, and in all of it, it's like words just don't do it justice, but all of it really synergizes in a way that allows you to foundationalize in your peace, love, and joy, and the lower first three chakras of the body. And when we do foundationalize in the peace, love, and joy, then we really are in that moment of, coming into our heart. That's when we can really anchor in our heart. And that is the that's the root chakra of our ascended state of being. And that opens our divine galactic blueprint. Like this beautiful picture back here is the divine galactic blueprint. That is you when you are anchored in the heart and open and lifted and ready to receive and ready to be fully connected to that mastery presence that is you, that is always available, and to your multidimensional being. And the miracles happen and the manifestations happen. And if you didn't get to take that program, as I'm just talking up, I mean, it changed my life in every way. And I have taken this program multiple times, more than I can count. It's integrated into me. And I continue to take it as I coach people. And even though we did a huge live up level, it does not mean you can't join Navigating the Inner Matrix if you didn't get in on that class, that offering, because it'll be all up on the website very shortly at shreetandkira.com, ways that you can continue to participate in the journey and be part of that. And I would love to coach you. You can choose a coach or not. You can do it on your own. Coaching is ideal, I believe. And you can work with another coach of your choice and go check it out and see what's there, because absolutely incredible what's been happening on this journey this year. And, I'm here for it. And we are in this amazing active ascension window. It's your time. It really is your time. And I'm going to hop over to the phone line and grab a caller from Minnesota. Hi, Minnesota. Welcome to the show. Hello, are you there? All right, we cannot hear you. So sorry. All right, if anyone else would love to try to jump in and we can circle back around and see if we're getting you, but you were muted and I don't know why we cannot hear you. So that number is 517-208-1500, 517-208-1500. And absolutely beautiful. And just saying hello over in the chat. Hello, Yoga and B and Mona. Beautiful beings, Dina. It is absolutely amazing to be with you and everyone else that is here, whether you've said hello in the chat or not over at YouTube and Facebook, welcome. It really is incredible to be here and this moment live and sharing. And, in this moment, just really feeling that, wow, we really are surfing through time. And here's where I'd be like, really, please go watch Sri and Kira at their September Revelations at their YouTube, because Kira talked about all of this so amazingly, what is happening. But we really have been time surfing and expanding through time in so many different ways that you might, without the context, people are probably feeling a lot going on, and it's going to manifest as ascension symptoms in the physical body as the physical body adapts. But we are going through energies that are absolutely inviting us to step into our highest self, and we can access truths, wisdom, our highest self, knowledge, and bring it here into this lifetime, this moment, this place right now, more easily than ever. It's really available. It's right here. At the same time, we can also go anywhere that we want, and many beings are cycling and spiraling and being pulled down. So there are just portals upon portals and convergences and almost like explosions of energy. It's incredible. And it's a lot. Take a breath and really congratulate yourself for being here now and stay in the course and being with it, because there isn't anything else I would want to be doing than being here now. And now the truth and what we know to be true is so much more evident. And there's going to be more and more left brain, mind verifications of the kinds of energies and energy healing and work we talk about, and, an expanded timeline and understanding of human history as we know it. All of that is going to be seen in the world of density and new lights and more opportunities for awareness for beings to lift through. And it truly will be evident, more and more. And it is becoming more and more evident that density, that is the 3D world, the illusion, the playground that is this beautiful planet and life living here and having a form, is going through so much. And it is, it's like the status quo that doesn't want to change, the fear, the doubt, that which would not want to see us continue and expand is throwing everything in the ring. It's like, an ego is that child having a tantrum when it's not getting its way, right? And will pull out all the stops and manipulate and do everything they can. And it's like, that's what is happening in the grander picture of density, is just trying to get its way, trying to get those hooks in, and really trying to stop you in your tracks. And especially when you are really lifting, as you think about, this is your rebirth time. We have Mercury retrograde. You're probably already feeling it coming in. We have new moon, and get in on my new moon ceremony. That's going to be September 7th. At 8 p.m. Eastern. Go over to selfascensionstudios.com and you can register there. You can shoot me an email, jess@selfascensionstudios.com, and I will let you know. And, that's just open to anybody. You can donate if you want. If you can't, don't want to, whatever. It's open for those with an open heart to be there. So come on over and join us for that evening, because it's like everything is building to this equinox moment. And we are really going to be in this energy of rebirthing ourselves. And I know I'm feeling it. I know you are feeling it. And there's an amplification. And that's why it might feel so intense. So that's why it's important to grab your tools and really be with the present moment, really be with yourself and your heart, really be with that discernment of what's in my highest alignment right now. And that vision that you've been carrying and gestating is ready to be born and to receive all of the support and triumph and celebration that it warrants. It is absolutely the time that you have been waiting for a really long time, probably longer than, this human form comprehends. This is an incredible moment where we are coming back into greater unification. And yeah, it's a wild ride because that's the time of the change, right? And there is the old way that just doesn't want to necessarily give in. And there's the new coming in, and density itself starts to look more and more ridiculous, but more and more beings see it for what it is, right? It's so much easier to see it for what it is and not to even really have to look at it, not for fascination's sake. And, if you're one of those that thinks, oh, I can just go watch and play in it and not be affected, it's not true. It's really not true. No matter how evolved we are, no matter how anchored we feel we are in our ascended heart, it affects us. What we're around, the energies we're around, what we watch, consume, take in. Even if you're in that witnessing energy and feel that you are the witness, being aware, you're still being impacted. And why do it? It's like that expression, if you go and roll around with the pig in the mud, you are going to get muddy. There's no question about it. It doesn't matter if you understand the pig, if you don't mind the mud, if you think you can just watch yourself having a good time, you're going to be muddy, right? So, and if it happens, then brush it off and take a bath. But why willingly do it to yourself? Because it does take a level of energy to then get clear and get aligned. And sure, there's a perfection in everything. If you had to go get muddy and you got muddy, then so be it, and laugh and take a bath, because everything is perfect. But think about this ascension window. We have been in this for 6 months, transiting since March, and here we're coming into September. And we are 1 year anniversary celebration of WWA really birthing and coming together, right? The women, the divine feminine that has been birthing on this planet. This gets me so excited because I am a birth doula. It was my first and maybe most sacred work on this planet. I don't know if you all know that, but I was a birth doula before it's all the same. It is all the same, but I attended and supported babies coming into the world with mothers. And I still love playing that role when I'm able and supporting other doulas to get out there and do that. And to really support peaceful births where mothers and babies are honored and respected, and their rights and their desires are manifest in a way that these babies are born with so much more peace and love around them and their family, and supporting that place. And that's what that's my big passion, is supporting women through that childbirthing year. And as I became a healer, and we're all healers. So I'm not claiming anything special, but when I decided, okay, I'm going to work in service as a healer and support other beings on their healing path. And I realized it's the same thing. It's the same thing that we're doing in our spiritual way. And, that's why I say I'm a midwife to the awakening spirit, because there is such a parallel and in what we go through in a woman birthing and what we are going through as we birth our soul, more fully into into being what's actualized, like, right? Actualizing ourselves as the soul self we are while we're in form. Self-ascension is about becoming, not really becoming, even remembering the truth of who we are while we have a form, and then thereby being able to, use our gifts, use our mastery presence, and create opportunities for ourself to be the master in form and shape and create the world as the creator we are. It's so beautiful. And as we are birthing, just like a mother birthing, as we are, like, think about the expectant mother, whether you are, a mother yourself, have been a mother, know a mother, everyone knows a mother, right? And you were a baby yourself in utero, right? There's 9 months that we prepare to come into the world. And in all that time, right, the miracle that happens of a form being created, and the unity of the mother and the child, and then the birthing process and coming into the world. And this was what's been happening with your dreams. And just like a mother and labor, there are the contractions that help the birth happen, right? Those contractions are helping the cervix to open and expand to allow a baby to come through. And they serve a purpose. And there's always a beauty when a mother can honor the rhythm, the flow, what's happening. If she's giving a natural birth and she's able to honor her body and do what she needs to do, there is a transcendence that takes over during that process of the birthing. There is rhythm and ritual that occurs that are just a natural flow. And this is the same for when we're birthing our vision. There are contractions that we go through, and we can fight them. And having birthed myself, I know what it feels like to fight a contraction in birth, or as you're preparing to give the birth, right? It's going to be more painful. If you hold your breath and tense your body, it's going to be more painful. It's going to tighten everything up and make it difficult. If a mother's in fear, this is what got me so into it, because so many mothers give birth in fear. It's honestly a crazy situation, at least in the United States, the birth situation, right? That so many people and women don't have rights. You say you have rights, but really you're not in the place of power in that birthing room if you're in a institutionalized setting. A lot of things are changing, thank goodness. And I could really go off on this, so I'm going to try to just stay centered here, right? But that environment matters. Who's there matters. If you think about a mammal in nature, like a deer, if a deer is spooked or goes into fear during her labor, and depending how imminent the birth is, she might expel the baby really fast if the birth was like more imminent, or more likely though, unless she was right there, labor is going to stop, contractions are going to stop. And this is going to happen the same way with a human mother. If she's in fear, doesn't have, autonomy, is not feeling safe. And same goes for us as we're birthing our vision and our dreams. So what's your environment like, right? What does your bedroom look like? If you're taking Navigating the Inner Matrix, this was like one part of a big lesson. But really, does your bedroom bring you joy? This is the place where you spend the most of your time in rest mode, and where upon waking, everything in that room is greeting you. Everything is energy. And then think about your whole house, right? So what's supportive in your environment of you birthing you and claiming, yes, this is my time, but I have piles of stuff that don't bring me joy? It's going to be hard. So your environment really matters. How do you flow with the contractions, right? So when density throw something your way, or we have to walk in this world, so maybe it's a unexpected car repair or something else, or something huge and unexpected, and it's like one of those contractions, or it's like you're going through a growth moment and you're going, oh my gosh, I'm like afraid, I'm afraid, I'm afraid. And then you breathe and realize, I trust, I trust, I trust. And when you trust, it's just like when you trust your body in birth, when you trust yourself to birth, you trust your soul to birth through you, your greater vision and the truth of who you are. Of course, you know how to do this. Of course, it's just like the body knows how to, form a baby and deliver a baby. You know how to remember your mastery presence and bring it through in this world. You know how to do this. You remember how to do this. It's wired into you. It's only our fears and our doubts that get in the way and hold us back from really, really living in the truth of our wildest dreams and who we are. All right, I'm popping back over. We've got a few callers on the line, and I would love to bring some callers into the show. Let's bring in Eureka, California. Hello, you're on the air.
Hi, Jess. Oh, my God. How are you? It's Beatrice.
Beatrice, I'm so glad you got in. Yay. It is wonderful to hear your voice.
Usually I call from a main number.
Awesome. Oh, it's great to hear you. Oh, thank you for being here.
I am so great. Thank you for having me. I'm so grateful for you all. And Shri and Kira and you've been such a divine blessing in my life. There are no words. And I'm so grateful for your good service. We give thanks in all the directions. Just infinite gratitude to you. Thank you for holding good space.
Aw, thank you. I receive and reflect that back your way.
Oh, I love you. And I love your pictures, and you look absolutely magnificent today, my lady. Oh, my goodness.
Thank you.
I was hoping, are you doing your oracle cards today, maybe?
I actually grabbed them today, so it must be for you.
Oh, my God, I love you to pieces. That would be the best in the world. I'll be 49 in a week, and I'm like pushing 50 uphill. Like
that's where it gets grand.
I feel really young, I don't feel like I'm going to be 49. But it was so interesting. My birthday's on the 7th. I was born, I emailed you on a new moon on a Thursday, September 7th. And I heard yesterday Kira's birthday's on the 20th. Happy early birthday, Kira.
Yes.
My daughter's is the 21st and my mother's is the 18th.
I love it. And mine is the 23rd.
Oh my God, happy birthday.
Woohoo, September birthdays are here.
That is awesome. And I'm totally feeling the high vibes. Balancing all my houses in all the realms is the biggest challenge. I was like, is it even possible? I asked an elder recently, I said, is it possible to balance all your houses at the same time? Because it seems like if my spiritual house is balanced, maybe my financial house lacks, or my love house is doing good. Maybe you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's always, that's like my greatest challenge thus far. And I'm up for the challenge. I just needed to know, is it humanly, physically possible to balance all your houses in all the realms at the same time?
I love this so much. Yeah. I love this. I'm pulling a card. I'm doing cards of clarity. And wow, that one just flew out. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, you can all see my baby Yoda back there. See baby Yoda? Hi.
Oh my God, I love baby Yoda.
Okay, Melchizedek flew out of the deck while I was shuffling, and that's a 9. That's Ascended Masters, and it's definitely a balance. That's divine masculine energy coming in, balancing with the feminine. And I'm going to read the message of what Melchizedek is sharing. The crystalline seeds of the loving masculine are ready to germinate in your life. Those seeds hold the energy of kindness, wisdom, and compassion. When you hold a crystal into the light, it will reflect
awesome.
into.
Are you there?
Yes. Can you hear? Here, I'm going to mute you while
I lost your volume. I lost volume.
Okay. I'm going to mute you while I share, and then you can listen to this in the after call. So when you hold a crystal into the light, it will refract into many colors, each stunning in their own form, yet intrinsically part of the whole. As you call forth the energy of the compassionate masculine without respect to gender, you are declaring to the universe that it is your time to fully remember there is nothing to fear except fear itself. And as you let go of all doubt and bring the compassion of the masculine into your energy, the wisdom of the ages will unfold for the journey you seek. Each of us is a record keeper of the sacred knowledge that is gifted for the journey. Now is the time for you to call forth all of the refractions and welcome them back with gratitude for their service. Hold a clear crystal into the light, delight in the refractions, and then lovingly hold the same crystal between your hands and feel the freedom that is now yours. Breathe that in, and thank you for bringing that in, because that's a message for all of us, as we are all calling back the refractions and reunifying, and you are calling them back and reunifying. And and in response to your question, that is the response to your question, that as you call back all of those refractions, as you call back all of the pieces, and delight in that crystal, and delight in the oneness, and delight in the wholeness, and realize that the compassionate masculine that is here, that is just holding and loving you as you do this, that of course there is that balance that emerges. And balance is always fluid. It is always moving. There will always be that little area, sort of like self-ascension steps 2, where it's like, oh, am I in, releasing judgment now? Oh, am I in unconditional love now? Yes, we're always working in all the houses, or all of the steps, or all the places, however you want to look at that picture. But there's always that balance that's seeking us, but we can come to a place where it's more fluid and in greater harmony. So compassion and love, and just hold that around yourself, and call back all the pieces, and let go of what doesn't serve. And thank you so, so much for calling in. It is beautiful and an honor to have you, and trusting, beautiful B. It looks like your phone line dropped off, but you will receive this in the recording if you could not receive it fully in this moment because you lost service. And thank you for the blessing for all of us in this moment. Absolutely love it, and absolutely stunning. And I'm sure there is love for you in the chat as well. And beautiful. And I see you in the chat. Hello. Yes. Woohoo. Thank you. And thank you. And love to everyone else here. We've got B. Freeman here, who was our guest a few weeks ago. Less Ordinary Vintage. Hello. And Jill, welcome. And Lynn and Yoga. And we've got another call on the line. And I think this might be Gary, or maybe, let's see. Belleville, Illinois, you're on the line.
Namaste. Yes, it is Gary.
Hi, Gary. Awesome. Thanks for calling in. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm great. It's wonderful to be here with you today. Thank you for calling in.
Oh, that's all good. I wanted to call and just express my love and gratitude for this community and you, and see if I could get a mini soul reading. Even though that last card reading was awesome. I mean,
absolutely.
That was resonating with that as it was.
Absolutely.
That was beautiful.
Okay, dear one, I'm feeling in and tapping in here and just honoring and blessing you. So, yeah, it's unification. The first word and image that came to me, and of course that message was also for you, that card, unification, that you are coming into this moment really where it all makes sense, where it all comes together. It's like when the plan comes together and you see all the pieces, and you see all the pieces that maybe you didn't even realize were pieces, but now make sense. And keep your eyes open and keep your eyes on the divine, because you are receiving. There's like, I'm just seeing you as this big receptor. It's like I'm seeing one of those big, huge old satellite dishes that used to be, like the size of a car that people would have to get television.
Yeah, I know what you're doing.
And that's what I'm seeing, is like, you're like this big dish, this big open receptor that is just receiving all of these gifts and all this inspiration, all this energy. And if you just like make some action every day on that inspiration, that you're going to be delighted. And I hear like music and I know it's like your poetry and music and just this like beautiful convergence of how you are expressing your soul, and let yourself just really have fun and be in the joy of expressing your soul. And it all becomes really, really easy. And the reunification is just like, boom, it's like already happened. You're just learning how to dance with it. So thank you so much for calling, Gary, and for the honor.
Well, thank you, Jess. That was beautiful, and I felt every minute of it. Thank you so much, honey. Much love to you, and many blessings, and Len sends her love as well.
Thank you. Many blessings and much love. Namaste. Awesome. I love our community, and I love our callers. It's absolutely amazing. And I know we're approaching the end, but if there's anyone out there, it's like, I want to try to squeak in, that number is 517-208-1500. And we will work to get you in, because it's so incredible. Whenever anybody calls in and requests a mini reading or a sharing, or they share what's in their heart and alive, we all do receive the gift and blessing. And it is so true that that's the way it goes around. And you know, it's really been to say something about this art piece that I decided to grab and put up here. And of course, we've got baby Yoda back here. He's feeling like he's back there. He is, oh my gosh, isn't he the best? And this art piece was created for me by a beautiful young woman who is now a senior in high school, but she created that a few years. And I don't know, you probably can't see it super up close, but it's a dragon. And this dragon is like sleeping and almost like womb-like and curled up in the water. And, you know, I did some beautiful work with her, and I love, love, love young people so much. Don't we all love the young people? And so precious. And, you know, what amazing just available beings, and some of them too going through so very much and need that support and guidance and love from those of us that have been walking this path, but they're so awake and alive to everything. And she drew that and sent that to me. And, you know, I keep it, you know, it's either on this wall or it's somewhere in my home in that gold frame, to remind me. And she just asked me what animal I liked, and I said dragon at the time. And that was like before all the rising dragon, phoenix energy and all that. So of course we love that synchronicity too. But I just got to shout out to the beautiful being that created that for me. And whether or not she's going to tune into this show, her energy is with us. And, you know, I really do feel like that this time is so precious. And I'm shepherding, and I know many of you are parents too, or aunts or uncles or grandparents, and you're shepherding young people. I don't even know if shepherding is the right word, but right, we're just kind of like watching over them, right? Just kind of, you know, and I try to be there and be open and available as they wish to come. And I learn so much more from them than I ever teach them. I swear to God, right? It's so true. And it's absolutely incredible. And as a doula, seeing the babies that are being born, and now I have the blessing. I've been, you know, I went to a little music festival in our local area, and there were several young children that were like there playing that I was there at their birth. And it's just incredible. These beings are so incredible. And if anything keeps me going, yeah, we have to say yes for ourselves. But when I think about these beings, it really does keep me saying yes. It's like, no, this is so important. And everything that you do is making it that much easier for the next ones. You're healing down the lineage. You're healing back in the lineage, whether or not it's biological or not. Get out of that paradigm, right? As you heal, you are healing for so many others. And these beings that are coming forward, they are so pure, and there are so many of these crystalline beings that are not carrying as much soul kind of baggage that some of us might have acquired in our own journeys and growth. They know they can come here and be safely and insert and be with parents that are more conscious and able to be there for them and what they need. They're able to express themselves in ways. And it is really, really precious. And I know that the beings that are like coming into the earth right now are just beyond anything we've ever seen before. It's just getting more and more incredible, and it's becoming more and more easy to believe what's right in front of us, because there are beings that are coming in that don't have to wade through all the forgetfulness, and they just remember and they activate and they create, right? And they teach us how we do that. And we ourselves are very much that we are the maiden, mother, crone all at the same time, right? We are the young one. We are the one that is arrived and in the balance, and we are the wise one. And, you know, like you were saying, be 49. I mean, you know, I'm 41, 49, 50, 60. We're never going to really feel like that density age, you know, and I truly know with all my heart, we are meant to live well past 100 in vitality and presence. And I mean, I see that as a greater vision for our planet, that all beings can live with a lot less pain and a lot more harmony and live full, vital lives, because it's like, I'm just getting started. Like Shri shared one time, 18 is your, you know, kind of like 40 in spiritual emancipation terms, you know, and I mean, just to kind of put a framework around it of understanding, right? When you turn 40, that's sort of like being an 18-year-old. It's like in spiritual wise, right? So, I mean, I feel like, yeah, we're just getting started when we get to 40, right? And of course, that's, you know, not fixed or anything, but just for like a point of reference, right? We really are on such a grand journey, and it's our time. It's your time. It is your time, whether you are 12 years old or 85 or 110, it's your time. And it's your moment to really, really harness these energies, because they're here to help you and support you. And I've got just like 2 minutes, and I'm going to bring B in, the other beautiful B that's here on our call today from New York. Hey, B, welcome.
Namaste. So, you know, the journey keeps continuing. The miracles keep happening, Jess. I just got a $10,000 grant. I didn't think I was going to get it, and I woke up one day and it was there.
Incredible.
Unbelievable.
Incredible. It is believable. I believe it.
Oh, hell yeah. I can't wait. What else is coming, Jess? I keep saying yes, and it just keeps coming. It's just the flow. Like, I absolutely love being in flow, and when everything clicks together, that's life. It's wonderful.
I'm celebrating you, and thank you so much for calling in, B, and sharing your miracle presence. I love sharing with the community. We love you.
I love sharing with the community, and I'm about to head out to Las Vegas with the family. So
awesome!
I just wanted to send my love to the show and to everybody in the community. So. Love you guys.
We love you. Thank you. Have the best time. I know you will.
Of course. No doubt.
We'll be in touch soon, and I love you, and we'll be together in many ways.
Of course.
Oh, namaste.
Namaste.
Awesome. Oh my gosh. Thank you all. I love this community, and I love our callers and those in the chat, or if you caught this later and you didn't get to call in or whatever, you can email me, jess@selfascensionstudios.com, or right on the screen, selfascensionstudios.com. There's a contact form. And if you'd like to ask a question or want to have a sharing or something you want to share, maybe on air, but you want to email about it, or you can't be on the show live or want to request a reading, go ahead and email me there. I would love to hear from you. And that's also where you can go and register for the new moon ceremony. And hey, you know, check it out. I'm going to be sending an email out. Get on my newsletter list, because Master Heart Group is starting up in September. And it's sort of like my mastermind, but I like to call it Master Heart. And so if you've been working on your vision and birthing your business, your dreams, whether you're just starting or been at it, or it's, you know, a healing practice, or you're a writer or a creator, or whatever it is, this is for you. And you want a group that helps support you, join my newsletter. Something's going out about that. probably this afternoon in just a few hours. And those of you that are already in that journey, thank you. It's incredible. And stay tuned every Tuesday at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific here at Oneness Talk Radio. I am Jess Juntunen, and it has been an absolute pleasure and honor to be with you. Thank you. I love you. Many, many blessings, and have an amazing day. You've been listening to Soul Fusion Cafe with Jess Juntunen. Connect with Jess and learn more at her inspiration hub, Self-Ascension and over on Instagram at JoyLoveJess and Soul Fusion Cafe Radio, or over at Facebook at Self-Ascension Studios and Soul Fusion Cafe Radio. Thank you for listening. See you next week. Namaste and many blessings.